It is racist and discriminatory of how we are treated, not only in San Francisco, but all over this nation. So we stand. We continue to stand. And as we move forward, we are moving forth with a great leader, and his name is Minister Christopher Muhammad of the Nation of Islam.
Thank you. Greetings to you all. Peace be with you. We are here to say to the world that we salute and honor our great young brother, Colin Kaepernick. The stand that he's taken on behalf of his people, as was said earlier in the statement from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that the courage he's exhibiting, born out of his love for his people, has caused him to sacrifice a privileged position and the potential of $100 million contract.
That's right.
So that he could take a stand for his people.
That's right.
He joins a long list of people who took a stand.
That's right.
He joins Rosa Parks,
Right.
who some said, why don't you just sit in the back of the bus? And even black people were upset because, quote, she was making trouble for them. But history records Rosa was right, and the stand she took was the right stand.
That's right.
Paul Robeson, an actor, a singer, an athlete, but a lover of truth, sacrificed his career because of injustice that he saw, that he spoke to forthrightly. History records that Paul Robeson was correct, and those forces who opposed him were wrong. So we have a history replete with those who have stood. Harriet Tubman stood. Frederick Douglass stood. Marcus Garvey stood. Martin Delaney stood. All of those who have stood, Martin Luther King, they told him, don't talk about the war in Vietnam.
That's right.
It's politically incorrect.
That's right.
Even civil rights leaders condemned Martin Luther King and said that he was doing too much.
That's right. That's right.
But history proved that Martin Luther King was right, and those who opposed him for political expediency were wrong.
That's right.
Today, Colin Kaepernick is right, and the POA and others that think and act like them are wrong. And we're here to say to the world, we stand with you.
That's right.
He's been communicated with by this movement, and he is happy and grateful that we're standing with him. He knows about this press conference. He knows that a group of leaders, black, brown, red, yellow, and white, civic, community, and political, all standing together on the principles that Colin is talking about. This is not about a national anthem, a song that was written in 1814 by an avowed racist, talking about the land of the free when we were in chattel slavery. That's a contradiction to the black man. We know the worst of America. We have lived this thing. Don't you ever question a black American's patriotism. The first man to die in the Revolutionary War was a black man, Crispus Attucks. We fought in the War of 1812, even though we were in bondage. We fought in the Civil War for the North and the South, even though we were in bondage. How in the hell can recent immigrants that just came here 3 or 4 generations ago tell a black man, go back to Africa? You're out your damn mind. It's offensive. We fought in World War I and came back to be called nigger. We fought in World War II. We fought in Corregidor. We fought on Normandy Beach. We fought at Iwo Jima. We fought at Palermo, damn it, and you rejected us when we came back to America. But you overplayed your hand with Colin Kaepernick.
Come on.
You thought that you were dealing with one individual. But Colin represents a history of a suffering people. And it's time now that these prominent athletes, some of you who were silent when Mario was murdered, some of you who were silent when Kenneth Harding was murdered, you were silent when Oscar Grant was murdered, you were silent when Luis Gongora was murdered, but now all of a sudden you got a voice to talk about a flag. Because you've been trotted out by the NFL as house slaves. So we're saying if you got a voice on Colin and the flag, then we better hear your voice on Eric Garner, Mike Brown, Luis Gongora, and Mario Woods, or shut the hell up. You're offensive to us. That's why we're in front of the POA. How dare you? A glorified gang. A group of gangbangers who, when good officers reported their wicked superiors, who said, I only came to the Bayview station so I could kill niggas. And when good officers, on the call of the Justice for Mario Woods, that good officers stand up, you call those good officers snitches. You sound like a gang. Members of your organization have called black women nigger bitches. Members of this organization have called and talked down to black people as animals and instructed their fellow officers to shoot black people. It's okay to shoot animals. And you never said a word. Where's your apology for the murder of Mario Woods? Where's your apology for the murder of Alex Nieto? Where's your apology for watching Kenneth Harding bleed to death? Where's your apology for all of those who have been filling up the criminal injustice system because of false charges? When some of your members have taken drugs off of drug dealers, in fact, you become the biggest drug dealer. So we got a whole lot of contradictions that you need to apologize for. Our brother doesn't have to apologize for a damn thing. He's done his job. And if he never does anything else in life, he has already etched his name in the history books of our struggle. Thank you, Colin Kaepernick. Thank you for your stand. Thank you for your Muhammad Ali-like stand.
Come on.
And I can tell you, our brother is resolute, he's strong, he's committed, and soon you will see him in the streets of San Francisco, Oakland, and Richmond standing with his people. He's a warrior, he's a freedom fighter, and he's a football player. So we salute the 49ers with caution. I'm going to say that again. We salute the 49ers with caution. Your stance is right. When you defended his right to protest, he was not trying to be disruptive to his teammates. This was something that he did himself as an individual, and many of his teammates didn't even know he was doing it. He wasn't trying to be disruptive or take away from the team. He was making a personal statement of conviction. And for that, he should be saluted and defended. To date, the 49ers have defended him and have given him a fair opportunity to be the quarterback of that team. So we cautiously, advisedly continue to support you in your defense of the brother, but we hope that trash like the letter that was sent to you by Martin Halloran and the police union, we hope that that letter will be in the place it deserves to be, which is the trash can at 49er headquarters.